You ever been out in that biting cold? You pull out your phone to snap a picture and you just watch the battery icon drain to zero and the whole thing just dies. It's a super frustrating and really common problem. But what if the fix isn't just a slightly better version of the batteries we already have? What if it's something totally different? So let's get into why colder parts of the world, especially, are looking at a brand new solution, the sodium-ion battery.
Okay, and this slide right here, it cuts right to the chase. Just look at this. At minus 30 degrees Celsius, that's minus 22 Fahrenheit for my American friends, on the one side, you've got your standard lithium battery. And what does it do? It fails. The source material uses this fantastic term, pawo, which pretty much means it's just broken down kaput. And on the other side, the sodium battery, it just works, plain and simple. This isn't some small difference, This is the difference between having power and literally being left out in the cold.
All right, so let's really dig into this cold battery problem. I mean, we've all felt that sense of panic when our phone dies unexpectedly. But what's really going on inside that little power pack when it decides to, well, lie down on the job? So check out this number, minus 30 Celsius. This isn't just some random chilly day. For the lithium-ion batteries we all use, this temperature is a critical tipping point. The liquid electrolyte inside them starts to get thick, kind of like molasses in winter. And that makes it incredibly hard for the lithium ions to move around. So the chemical reactions just grind to a halt. And poof, your power is gone.
And that brings us right back to this amazing term from the source, pawo. It's slang for a car breaking down on the side of the road. And doesn't that just perfectly capture the feeling your device just gives up? It refuses to go on, totally beaten by the cold. So next time your phone dies instantly in the snow, you know what to say. It just pawoed. That's your lithium battery for you.
But here's a thought. What if the problem isn't really the cold? What if the problem is the battery itself? What if there was a whole different kind of power source? One that was actually built from the ground up to be resilient in exactly these kinds of conditions? Well, let's take a look at the solution.
And here it is. This is the magic number. Even at that same brutal minus 30 degrees Celsius, a sodium-ion battery can hang on to more than 80% of its juice. Now, why is that? Well, it's because sodium ions are just physically larger, and they're less fussy about the cold, so they can still move around pretty freely inside the battery, even when things get icy. So while the lithium battery is thrown in the towel, the sodium battery is still chugging along, ready to work.
So the takeaway here is absolutely crucial. This isn't just some tiny little upgrade, It's not like getting an extra 15 minutes of battery life on a nice warm day. No, this is a fundamental, a game-changing difference in what these things can do. It's the difference between a system that's fragile and a system that's tough as nails, especially when the conditions are at their absolute worst.
And because this difference is so dramatic, the market is starting to come to this really fascinating new understanding. See, it's not about one battery coming along and just replacing the other one. It's about realizing that they're built for two totally different jobs. It's all about performance versus resilience.
And this table here lays out that division of labor just perfectly. Think about lithium-ion as the undisputed champion of high performance. It's all about packing a ton of energy into a tiny space for things like your top-of-the-line smartphone or a high-performance electric car. But sodium-ion, it's the champion of high resilience. Its main strength is just pure, unadulterated toughness and reliability, no matter what you throw at it.
Here's a really great way to think about it. The lithium-ion battery, it's a world-class sprinter. It's incredibly fast, super powerful, and it's optimized for peak performance when the conditions are perfect. The sodium-ion battery, though, that's your all-terrain vehicle. It might not win you any drag races, but it's the one that's going to reliably get you through the mud, over the mountains, and through the snow. So you don't ask which one is better. You ask, what's the job I need done right now? And all of this brings us to a really crucial idea. Once you get this whole division of labor thing, you start to see the true purpose of sodium-ion batteries. It's not about being the fastest or the most powerful. Its real job is to be the system's stability insurance.
Right, and this is a huge misconception that we just need to get out of the way. We're so used to technology working in these neat little upgrades, right? The next iPhone, the next generation of processors, but this quote absolutely nails it. Sodium-ion is not the next generation lithium battery. It's a completely new piece on the chessboard with a totally different strategic role to play.
And there's its role, plain and simple, stability insurance. Think about it. You don't buy a car insurance because you're planning to crash on a sunny day. You buy it for the unexpected, for when things go wrong. You hope you never need it, but it is absolutely essential when disaster strikes. That is the kind of security that sodium-ion provides for our entire new energy grid.
So what exactly does this insurance policy cover? Well, for starters, it's a reliable backup for when those high-performance systems start to fail in the extreme cold. It guarantees that power will be there in those harsh environments where it is needed most. But maybe the most important thing is that it's a complement. It doesn't replace lithium, it fills in the gaps. It covers its weaknesses, and by doing that, it makes our entire energy system fundamentally stronger and a whole lot more resilient.
And that kind of leaves us with one final and I think really important question. The whole story of sodium-ion teaches us to look beyond just raw performance and to start valuing things like resilience and stability. So, as we build a future that's going to rely more and more on new energy, you have to wonder, what other overlooked technologies are out there just quietly waiting to become the insurance policy that we haven't even realized we need yet?